Hello, this is Lance Johns. Lance Johns driving law bases more baby. I didn't realize my guns was that red from that cleaning. Oh my god. Yeah, it was red the last time too. But I can gargle some of that mouthwash that they told me that I had to get from Smiths. But I want to talk about Marilyn Monroe because she died in August. She died in August like a Leo, but she died in 1962. But she supposedly died from like a pill overdose. But anyway, let's look at the sexy diva of the 1950s and 60s and late 40s. Yeah, this was her in 1953. But Marilyn Monroe's name is Norma Jean Mortensen. She was born June 1st, 1926. She was actually the same age as my granny. And she died August 4th, 1962. She wasn't even in her 40s. But she was famous for playing blonde bombshell characters. She became one of the most popular sex symbols of the 1950s and early 60s, of the era of sex revolution. She was a top bill actress only for a decade, where films grossed $200 million, which is equivalent to $2 billion today. By the time she died in 1962, she continues to be a major icon of pop culture. You know, after she death in '99, the American Film Institute ranked Monroe sixth of the greatest female screen legends from the golden age of Hollywood. She was born in L.A. Her mother name, I seen the name earlier. Hold on. Let me go. Yeah, her mother name was Gladys Pearl Baker, who had mental issues, like schizophrenic issues. She was born in L.A. County Hospital. Her mother was from a poor Midwestern family who came to California at the turn of the century. Her mother married at 15 to John Newton Baker, who was 9 years older than her, like 24. Robert, who 1917, 1933. Bernice, born in 1919. She's probably still alive. She divorced in 1923. But Baker, her ex-husband kidnapped her first children and moved them to Kentucky. But Marilyn found out she had a sister when she was 12 years old, and she met Bernice when she was Marilyn Monroe. But when Glass got divorced, she worked as a film negative for Consolidated Film Industries. In 1924, she married Martin Edward Morrison, but they separated some months later in 1928. But Marilyn Monroe don't know who her father is. She thought it was Clark Gable, but she used her second husband name. It's her last name, but when she got grown, she changed her name to Marilyn Monroe. But Marilyn Monroe was placed in foster homes, first to Albert and Ida Bolinder in a rural town of Hawthorne. but she moved back to the city. Let's see. I guess they talk about Glass. Yeah, she put the people. She put Marilyn in Hawthorne where she lived before, but she moved back to L.A. to do the work. She visited Marilyn on weekends. In summer '33, Glass bought a small house in Hollywood with a loan for the home owns loan corporation, and moved Marilyn in with her. They shared the house with lodgers, actors Georgia Moore, Atkinson, and her daughter Nellie. Glass had like a meltdown, a mental meltdown, and then she ended up being in and out of hospitals, and was really in contact with Marilyn. But Marilyn ended up moving in between foster homes. And after that, Grace got her to responsibility over her mom's affairs. But she lived, Melly ended up living with the Atkinsons. And it's rumors that they sexually abused her. But Marilyn developed a certain problem like myself. And I guess she became antisocial, but she stayed briefly with the Grace Goddard lady and her husband Erwin Goddard, and then she was placed in an orphanage home in 1935, I believe. But in the orphan home, Marilyn felt abandoned. But Grace ended up becoming her legal guardian. But she didn't take her out the orphanage in 1937. And then her husband molested Marilyn too. But she ended up living with other people in LA and Compton. But when she was a child, she wanted to become an actor because, it's a blonde actress that Marilyn admired. I know who she is, but I can't think of her name. But in 1938, Marilyn was in a Grace aunt home, Anna Lower, in Sawtell. She went to Emerson Junior High and weekly to Christian Science service with Lower. But she was a McGraw student, but excelled in writing and contributed to the school newspaper. But Monroe returned to live with the Goddards in Van Nuys around 1941. She went to Van Nuys High School. But the Goddards moved out of state. So Marilyn married James Daughtry in 1942 to keep her from moving out of state. And she was married to him about 4 years. She dropped out of high school and became a housewife. But she said she was bored when she was married to him. But I know during that time she started to be a model. She met David Conover, and then she modeled, and then she got divorced from her husband in 1946. And then she kept modeling, and then she started doing the acting agency, RKO Pictures, and 20th Century Fox. And then in 1946, she changed her name to Marilyn Monroe. And I know she had like nerve. I know she had surgery on her nose because it was in a movie that I seen about her, the blonde movie. But but she started acting. She was in Danger Year 1947, Scooter Ho, Scooter Hey 1948, which wasn't as popular. But she was determined to be an actress. And then she was in a musical Lady of the Chorus, and she was in Born Yesterday. But those like low budget films. And then she did let's see. Okay, her contract ended with Columbia, and then she did Marilyn, and then with the William Morris Agency, and she did the movie All About Eve. And Asphalt Jungle. And then she did As Young as I Feel, Love Nest, Let's Make It Legal. Bosley Crumb of New York Times described her as superb as a young you feel. And she started to, become noticed. Let's see, I'm just reading. And then she met Joe DiMaggio in 1952, and she married him for I think a year or two. And then she started making movies. She did Clap by Night, Don't Bother Knock, and We're Not Married. And she did some movies. I know Joe DiMaggio, didn't want her to really act. He wanted her to be like a housewife, but she didn't want to do that. She did Niagara. She did Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend and Jimmy Prefer Blondes. She was in the Jack Benny Show, and she was in How to Marry a Millionaire. And then she did The Girls in Pink Tights. And she did a 7-year-ish, and after that she divorced Joe DiMaggio because he, hit her. So she divorced him because he said that when she did 7-year-inch, when her dress flew up, it embarrassed him. So they broke it off, but they remained friends. And then she did more stuff, and then she met Arthur Miller. She met Arthur Miller. She did Bus Stop. And then she did other stuff, and she did the Prince and the Show. She did the Prince and the Showgirl when she had her own production studio. And then she did something like It's Hot, where Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon were female impersonators. And then after that, her career started to decline. She did Let's Make Love. and she was declined representatively with the Audrey Hepburn because Monroe started, having issues. Okay, I believe she played in the Memphis. I think with the movie with Clark Gable, but I know I remember. Yeah, that movie. She was having issues like filming the movie. Then she and then something got to give. She ended up losing that movie because she wasn't she wasn't doing the film right or whatever. Okay, and oh yeah, the woman that she admired was Jean Hollow. That's the woman that she admired. And then 1962, she did the John Kennedy birthday party. And it was rumors that she had an affair with John Kennedy and her brother. And then when they stopped fooling her, she started being depressed. And then she died shortly on August 1st, 1962 due to a drug overdose. It's rumors that she was killed. It's rumors that she had an overdose. And it's rumors that she's still alive. I know her mom was still alive as she died, but her mom was still in a mental institution. But yeah, she admired Jean Hollow and why she became the sexy blonde. But yeah, she was an iconic actress. She should have got help. She probably would have still lived longer. But I have to go because I need to go somewhere. So I have to go. So thank you for listening. Have a good day. Be blessed. Be safe. Watch the hands of the social distance. Wear a mask. Come out. Talk sneeze again. Love him more, baby. And have a good day. Bye.